So many things to do. I'm feeling a little down this morning. I called my son and I said, "How's it going?" He says, "It's boring. No enthusiasm. Life is a bunch of zeros. It's how you put those zeros together. If you have to get across to the other side, you have to try, think until you make it. It's a game of survival, and the survival is not really today, but you want to live forever. So we have to put ourselves in those dimensions. Well, the first thing I want to talk about in this video is the bicycle, because we come from the 1-5-1-5 world, two hands, right? The I becomes a 9 in the center. See this 1? It becomes the 9, because once it reaches to this level, this 1 here is 5. This 1 here is 5. By the time it reaches the center over here, it becomes 1 inside 4 and 1 inside 4. But the bike never moves because it's on a pedestal. The pedals, here's the seat, here's the front, and this is the way it is. 15, 1 and 5, times 15, 1 and 5 equals 225. Plus the year 5775, 5775, plus 225 equals to the total amount of 6,000 years that we have been born. 15 times 15. There's another thing. This is also 9 times 25. 9 times 25. Why 9 times 25? Because the center of the dartboard, you see this pedestal here? Well, the center of this dartboard, okay, goes over here. Between here and here, between here and here, the eye of each side, just before the tire hits the open space, which makes everything roll. If there were bearings in here, this tire would make these bearings roll, and these bearings would roll over here. So here is 595. This makes the year 2000. So what we do is 123 times 47, the number of Christ, Y, I'll tell you in a minute, equals 5781, plus 17 equals 5798. Now what we have to do, okay, is 5798. Now we add on the 17 to here, be the year 6017, which would be the actual year over here. 60 plus 17 is 77. The gateways of 5, the opening, the outlet is 77. And who's riding the bike? We're riding the bike right down like that, okay? Only with our mind. Now, if you want to see how some things are done, here's the number 2. Here's the number 2, and then it looks like this, CC. Everything comes into its own world. The same thing for this. Here's your X or your I if you want to count 2 circles. Here's one circle, and here's your other circle. But inside here, okay, becomes your loop. And then inside here becomes your loop. Now we have the I, the loops at each end, and the 2 sides. Now, if you want to look at it a little bit different, you see this part over here? You see this starting where we were over here? I have to take this, hit this, and come to here. I have to take this, hit this, and come to here. Now, okay, I'm not sure exactly which way we're supposed to notice, but this becomes our body inside 2 worlds. Just like the same thing is over here. I do not draw it properly, right? But one of them, when you make this thick and the lines are close to each other, it will go into this dimension. When you make the other line thick, it'll go into this dimension. Here's your X, okay? Here's your 0 circle. Here's your 0 circle. The reason why in here, sorry to jump back, that this is number 9. I know I have to finish these numbers. That this is number 9. Okay? This is 3, and this is 3. Everything is located on the 3. That is the pin, that is the whole of the circle of one side of 2. One side of 2 hands. Okay? What else? Why did I want to say 9? I guess you can go 3, 6, 9. But this one is actually 1. This is 1, and well, this is 1 inside. See the way I made the circle here and the circle here? Well, at the same time, I can make the circle all the way around. It becomes a different equation. 5781, take away man 6 is 5775. This is the Hebrew New Year. If I wanted to take these 17 numbers and back it up, we'd back up these 17 years to 3 years before the year 2000, in the year 1997 or 1998 coming upon. The reason for that is everything is basically backed up 3 years. That's why you have the leap year. You're backed up 3 years. You start on a leap year because you were born on a leap year. That extra day that came in for you, he was born in my life. 2 wake-up calls in 1 day from the same person. So you were born on a leap year, and now we go 3 years, 3 years, 3 years, and we're coming. We finished our leap year in 2012. To 2013 is 1. To 2014 is 2. And the reason for that is because the leap year of Gaia, okay, like a Bat's Mitzvah, happened 1 year before that. So we have to base it on the women brought us into the world. So this what ended over here is 9. So this would be the 9 card. So if you were holding the 9 card, it would be 4 over here, 1 here in this corner, 1 here in this corner, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here in this corner, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and number 9 would be holding the wheel together, the center one on the 9 card. So you saw this, what it did, what number 2 did. It turns into an X. That turns into this great big design that is unfinished. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the arms, legs, and body. LAB, how about the lab or the ball? The ORE, which is the 1 or the golden ram, is the ORE parts of the arms. The next part are the legs, MG and D. M13, the AC power. G is to the gateway. D is for the body, the mind that thinks. And then the last part is SS, the different worlds that are divided to come together to make your arms, legs, and body so the mind can associate and live. And through that, I ended up designing this right away. If you take a look, that one side of this design, if you take a look, it's the actual loop. See this little thing here? That's a leg. What started to be only the body of a letter, this shows the legs and the arms. All we need to add is a head, and that's all we're missing. You like the way the sex gets opened up? You like the way the sternum comes to your heart? You like the way we look like rams? Because this body we see is not the actuality of the reality. Now, if you ask me what it is, I can just tell you it's not, which is good enough to start your search, is it not? So if I told you what it is, you'd stop and then you'd only believe me, but it's only up to your choice. Raphael, Monday morning, 7286. I'm hoping my son feels better because it really bothers me, because I know the goal to life is survival. And there's only one thing in survival that we have to know, that if the animal beside you is mistreated, his family and his forefathers will come after you. So you treat the animals right, and you'll be treated right, so you continue on, going nowhere, but going somewhere all the time. Just never arriving, because you're never happy with what you haven't searched for, because our searches always seem to end up in somebody else's pocket in the world we live right now. But even if it wasn't, are you ready to be here for another 3,000-4,000 years? What are we going to do tomorrow that we haven't done yesterday? The question is the reality of the vision, what the mind needs, and the mind needs to help others. The more you help others succeed, the greater you are supposed to feel. And if you don't, well, I want to learn. Teach me. Thank you. Because I know only what you know. If you tell me nothing, I know nothing. What I speak about is only what I think I know. And again, if you say nothing, I know nothing. Thank you.